Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are back with Judie Burroughs here, better known as readingsbyjudie.com, correct? Hi, how are you?
That's correct. How are you? I'm great. Thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Readings by Judie means so much. There's so much more to just readings. You do it all. Give us a little rundown of what you do so new listeners tuning in could get to know you.
Well, we do readings, of course. I have a whole team of readers. I have a team of people who do cleansings, spiritual cleansing, or what I call a life reset. We do home cleansings, business cleansings. We do anything spiritual, we work with it.
Amazing. And this is a natural gift you've had your whole life. You are the real deal. And I hate skeptics out there, but sometimes you run into them and come across them, right? And
it's true.
How many times have you proved a skeptic wrong?
A lot.
And how quickly
my whole
change, right? I mean, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. Today, actually, this morning.
Tell me the story.
So we had a woman and her son traveled here from Orlando, and he was a skeptic. His mom, of course, has been my client, and Spirit told me that she needed a cleansing. I didn't even charge her because sometimes it just comes to me, and she's already doing work with me. Okay. So we did. I called in my husband, who is a shaman, and my other team members were already here, and we cleansed her. We thought it was going to be just something quick, and a spirit came out of her. And the person that came with her, the skeptic, was like, whoa. He couldn't believe it. I mean, we were in here an hour with her, or a little over an hour.
What does that mean? A spirit came out of her. Explain that in layman's terms.
It took a hold of her. Matter of fact, she didn't remember anything afterwards, and she was like convulsing and
was it a bad spirit inside of her? Was she feeling a certain way, or did she not even know it and you're the one who saw it? So she started feeling like what was she feeling like?
She had just started having headaches. She had an idea that someone had done some work is what they call it. And she said she had started having headaches out of the blue, which she's never had, feeling very fatigued on a daily. And she said everything was fine. Said she came here. She didn't even tell on the phone. She just said, I need to come to you. And I'm so glad she did. And when she left here, she said, I feel so light. So I said, well, you just wait.
Wow.
So,
and by the way, you're located.
So her son.
You're in Florida, right?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Okay. So now what happened with her son today? Today you are. What happened with, so her son was like taken away, blown away?
I think he's 20. And the whole time he's sitting next to his mom, of course, helping her through it. And his face is like, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. And I kept asking him, are you okay? Do you need anything? And he was just like, no. I'm just like, wow. Yeah.
Powerful. Well, thank you for sharing that. And by the way, this is your show. Let me start off by asking, what you want to talk about today?
The first thing I want to talk about is sexual energy.
Okay.
And my reader manager is the one that brought that to me. She gets asked about that quite a bit when she goes on live and talks about it. And a lot of people don't understand sexual energy is the most transferable and the most powerful energy that there is. And what I mean by that is, when you engage in intimate acts, you are exchanging like a pure passion or a lust or a high energy. And if you are, don't really know the person, or you don't know their background or what their energy field is like, you're going to pick up what they're sending to you. You're right there. You're exchanging a lot of things. And a lot of people don't realize sexual energy can tear you down, but it can also lift you up. It just depends on the situation.
So when it comes to people, partners, I could just, for my own, see, I don't have a husband, you do. So you must have that sexual passion and energy, but they say it dies down. I don't know. Never been married, but I've been in relationships where that's happened, where there's such an extreme passion and desire and like crazy sexual energy. But I know in my head, hey, this person's not right for me. Then I can meet someone else who I adore in different ways, but that sexual energy is not there. Does sexual energy have to be there with the one that you're meant to be with?
No. Okay. That's something you could work towards. I mean, when you meet somebody, like I know that I'm with my soulmate, my one, even though, I've had other relationships, I've been married 2 other times, but this is the one, and both of us know it. But I have been in relationships before. You don't necessarily have to always be with your soulmate. Your life journey is filled with other people, and you don't necessarily have to always share that sexual energy. You don't. And it can still be a good relationship, and it's going to bring you, everything has brought you to your point now. It's all necessary to bring you to where you are, whether you share it or not. That's that could be a bad thing. Yeah. It could be the break of a relationship, but it could also be a good thing to lead you astray because you weren't meant to be with that person full time anyway.
Now, do you help people work on their sexual energy? How do you guide people with that? You froze for a second, Judie. I apologize.
They're afraid. And sorry. No,
it's okay. I see you now. Go ahead.
People are afraid to delve into that. I've never ever been asked to work with sexuality or to help someone with, now I've been asked to throw the bones and find out if, this is a good fit for them. Because a lot of people get involved with somebody and don't realize what they're doing to themselves because that person is not good for them. And they're transmitting all their negativity and negative energy they're picking up onto the other person. And their life is like going, and they don't realize why.
Sometimes it drains.
It's not always that, but yeah, but a lot of times that's the situation. Not always, but a lot of times, yes.
So what made you want to talk about this energy today?
I feel like folks should know that it's something to think about. When sometimes people will just hook up at a bar or at random places, and you really have to be careful. It's like an STD, an energy STD. Unless you really know who you're dealing with. And I think it's important.
So you got to be careful. And so what advice would you give someone when it comes to this feeling of sexual energy that's just bursting in there and in the moment, in the heat of passion? Think again, think twice. What's some of the advice? What do we do? Breathe, meditate.
Not necessarily. I would just say, keep yourself spiritually clean. If you interact with somebody who's, might be like that or whatever, and maybe you're only going to see each other a couple times, just, clean yourself, not physically, but spiritually. Just keep yourself clean and you'll be okay. If you keep your spiritual clean, you're going to be fine.
Got it. All right. Thank you for
a lot of people advice. Don't know how to do that either. But there's so many ways to keep yourself clear of that.
All right. Thank you. What else do you want to share, Judie?
So the other thing I wanted to share was, and I know they said they were going to open up the phone lines, and I'm okay with that. But the other thing I did want to talk about is manipulating time and space. or AKA manifestation.
Okay. I wasn't told they
She's
were
over
opening up the
here
phone.
like
No, but wait, hold on.
me.
No, I wasn't told we were opening up the phone lines. I apologize, but we can do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't open them because no one told me to. 631-317-1291 or 631-317-1291. Please go ahead.
So, like I said, manipulating time and space, manifestation, whatever you may want to call it, I think that's also very important. It can also help with the thing we just talked about previous. Manifestation is a big thing right now. It's almost like a trend, even though I've been working with manifestation my whole life. And I want to tell everybody, one of the biggest things of manifesting, and they make these long books about it and classes and stuff, when it's actually a very simple thing. It's all about this and getting into your headspace. And I always burn a candle. I do a manifestation candle, and it's the headspace, and you manipulate the time around it and what we want. I always picture the big flames anytime because I'm putting my all into it. And when I always get what I want. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I do. Wow. And that's because I work for it. I work on it.
Got it. Wow. That's good. So how can someone at home learn to manifest themselves? What type of mental state do you have to be in? Could you give us some of your tips on how we could do it ourselves? If we want something so bad, what do we have to do? And do you have to believe it? They say, if you build it, it'll come. If you put it out there, what is it? You're the expert, not me, clearly. I can't even speak.
Well, no, that's true. Talk about it in present tense. Look, I'm going to give you an example. I drive a Bentley now, and it's because
I
went from a Fiat. I went from a Fiat to a Bentley.
Honey, I have a 2012 Focus, and I hope I could just move up to maybe like a Mercedes one day, but can't do it yet.
Jill, we're going to work together, okay?
Yes. I can't wait to talk to you after the new year. I'll be in my Beamer, yes, see you later. My Ford that broke down again yesterday morning. The air's out of the tire. Engine lights on right now. Yeah, but it's okay. Things could be worse.
That's okay.
We'll
work on that.
I need to manifest a man. That's most important. Forget the car. We'll talk about that. Please. I need your help with that.
Lord,
do you help people manifest mates and partners?
Yeah, actually I do. And most of the time, they get what they want, but sometimes they get what they thought they wanted, and it really wasn't what they wanted. Because then they're coming to me later on, 6 months down the road going, oh my gosh, I need to get out of this.
Wow.
Yeah. And spirit kind of frowns upon that, because it's okay, you asked for this and now you're giving it away. You're giving away the thing you wanted the most. Well, you thought you wanted, and yeah, then they have to wait a period of time usually. So yeah, but I'm ready. If there's anybody that wants to talk,
631-317-1291, 631-317-1291. Come on, guys. Judie Burroughs is here, along with, I did see her husband, Tim, before as well. Is he still around? You said he's a shaman, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So he's
behind the camera.
Perfect. Thank you. Doing a great job. The lighting looks amazing. Can I bring something up? And, just for now, last week at the end of our show, we talked a little bit. I just had a personal question about the news and about this Brian Laundrie gentleman who I think most of America, most of the world knows at this point, who I asked you, my question to you was, since you feel and know, I said, is he dead? Because everyone's hunting for him. He's in the Appalachian Trail. He's in Mexico. He supposedly murdered his girlfriend, which I think he did. You probably know better than I do. Disappeared. And I said, is he dead or is he alive? And you said?
I said, he's passed away.
How did you know that? And you knew that ahead of time? When you're watching the news and these things happen, did you know?
I don't watch the news.
But when you heard about it, did you know right away? This guy's been gone for at least 3 weeks now, or you knew?
Yeah. I always tell my
Goosebumps.
husband, and remember, I told you there's a lot more to it before anything even came out. And I told my husband previously what it was, and I don't know if we could talk about it or not.
We could talk openly about anything. So we're on the radio. You could curse if you want to. You could, if it's sexual, graphic, you could, whatever. It's okay.
Oh.
This is your show. But are you talking like specifics with what happened? What you feel happened to her in the end, moments of her life?
No, not her. I know exactly what happened with him.
Please, would you mind telling us? I have such goosebumps right now. I feel like a chicken. Did he take his life?
Yes and no. He had assistance with his parents. They were involved. They were there, and it just wasn't pretty. I mean, and I don't know why, but that's all I've really been given, and I cannot wrap my head around that because, like I said, I have 8 children myself.
How could you?
I don't understand.
Clearly know what he did, and then now, from Judie Burroughs being told that they also aided in his death. Is that safe to say? Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And the fact that so far the autopsy, the coroner, they can't get anything. It's been inconclusive because they're saying that he's been deceased so long ago. They're thinking, and now, I don't know if you know this, that it happened. Oh, we got a caller about 2 days. Put them on hold 1 second. That it happened like 2 days after they disappeared. And by the way, that is when the mother returned home 2 days later. It makes sense on the timeline with what you're saying.
What?
I mean, yeah, they're saying that it happened like 2 days after this. He reported missing. It probably happened like, hold on 1 second. Let me pick up the call.
Sure.
Why is it so loud like that? Hello. There's an issue with our phone line. Do you hear that? What is it? You? Is it spirit? Hello. That is not right.
Yep.
That has never happened before. What? I have no idea. What?
We're used to it.
Okay, hi. If you hear us, I apologize. We cannot hear you. Please try back.
Right.
Did you hear that? You hear that?
Yeah.
What?
We're used to it, Jill. We're used to it.
What was that?
Spirit they easily interact with anything electronic.
Energy. Yeah, electronic. Whoa. Okay, call back if you can. 631-317-1291. 631. Oh my gosh.
Jill's like
317-1291. Wow. Okay.
I almost want to say if you didn't believe, here you go. Let's try it again.
Hello, welcome to the show. You're live on the line with Judie Burroughs. Who's this?
My name is Linda.
God bless you, Linda. Linda, did you just call a moment ago?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear that beeping, piercing sound? Did you hear us talking?
Yes, I did. I heard you talking.
Oh my goodness. On our end, and we have Judie Burroughs with us, who is clearly connected with the other side, with energy, with everything. And so we could not hear you. We heard a big beeping loud sound, and I'm not sure what it's going to sound like in the recording, but Judie can't confirm. But lo and behold, you're here with us now. Thank you for calling. Judie is here. Please ask her any questions you may have. And I got serious goosebumps.
Well, my question is, I've been feeling a lot of negative energy, and I want to get rid of it. I mostly feel it when I'm at home. What type of remedy would you offer or suggest?
Well, there's a lot of different things. For something from your house, I would tell you, do you have access to like ocean water?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're very, very low. I can
do
barely hear
you have access to ocean water? She wants to know. Are you?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Yes. Okay.
I would tell you to go to the beach, usually late at night. Take a complete submerge in the ocean as you're speaking out for this negative energy to leave you. Once you come out of the ocean, leave everything that you have on in a pile with $7 on the beach. Put on, a dress or a towel or something. And when you walk away, don't look back. and you'll feel such a release.
Wow. Powerful.
Okay.
So when do you think you could do that? I don't know where you live, but what's the weather like? Where do you live, by the way?
New York.
New York. Hey, there's plenty of beaches. You got Long Island, you got the Sound, you got both shores. Can you do that? Can you make time for this?
Yeah, I think I will.
Wow. Any other suggestions for her, Judie?
No, that is almost the best spiritual remedy there is, like for negative energy. The earth, and you could go ground yourself as well after you've done the bath, or even if you have to take some gallons home and put them in your bathtub, you can do that and add some sea salt. That's another good spiritual bath. And then go out in your bare feet, put your feet in the grass, let the sun shine down on you, close your eyes, and feel the energy, feel the earth taking the negativity, whatever's left.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Thanks.
Well, thank you. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
the call. And Judie, how can we reach out to you if she's interested in talking to you further? Phone number, website?
Website, readingsbyjudie, JUDIE.com. We have email, readingsbyjudie@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I'm a little bit everywhere. You could Google me too.
Great. Well, thank you so much for the call. We appreciate it. And wow.
Yes, thank you.
Can you believe that sound? You can. That was spirit.
Yeah.
That was that her spirit? Was it mine? Was it yours? What do you think it was?
Honestly, I feel like it was showing people, especially because it's never happened before. And it was just because we're going to be working together. It was like letting you know, like,
hey, we're good. Like this is.
Yes.
Wow. 631-317-1291. If you have any questions for Judie. In the meantime, let's go back quickly, if you don't mind, to the Bryan laundry. And you could feel that his parents helped or involved. And do you not want to say too much more? Is it too graphic? Where do they help?
Yeah,
I'm a
little nervous.
Choke him. You don't want to be liable to say what you think. Got it. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Will his parents,
what I said, I'm telling you, yeah.
Will his parents ever be charged? Will they ever admit? Will they?
There's going to be no admission.
I'm still hoping and praying for something, because they did find his backpack and a notebook there. Don't know yet. I have goosebumps, but I'm hoping he wrote something, maybe to Gabby's family. Maybe did he say anything in this journal to say he's sorry? Did he admit guilt, or it's going to be an open case forever?
I think it's going to be a lot of like scribble, scrabble, mental. I feel like towards the end, he was really all over the place. I think he was all over the place in his personal life anyway. Even when she was living and he was around, I don't think he showed that on the outside, but on the inside, he was a whole hot mess.
Well, it's funny you say that, because there's people they call internet sloths or sleuths, and they're uncovering all of his social media from the past few years, and they can't believe what they're finding. His sketches and drawings about demons and blood and knives and blood. Like, yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Google.
wow.
I don't know. You guys don't have to Google, but yeah, they're saying that there's such demonic things in his posts that, could have been assigned to someone, and, or pictures in his bedroom, even with knives or guns or something, but bloody, and like these pictures. So it shows you maybe where his mind really was, but you're not able to see those things sometimes if someone has a mental illness.
I feel like she did personally in private see that side of him a time or two, and didn't take heed to it, or
Clearly.
Didn't think that it would go any further or happen again.
And it went obviously way too far. Wow. In a situation like this, let me just ask, just for anyone in particular, people out there who have harmed someone who then have passed, when you go to the other side, is that soul forgiven? Do you forgive each other? Is it, it's a hard thing here on earth to handle. How could somebody kill someone and then kill yourself or whatever? But what happens in the afterlife? Are you forgiven? Is it going to be okay? Are you that evil, really an evil person?
It is going to be okay. There's two sides to that. Some people are okay most of the time people are okay. And I feel like from my experiences in conversing with people from the other side, it's really a self-forgiving.
Yeah.
If you forgive yourself, you're able to move forward.
Yeah. So,
and if you don't, you kind of stay stuck in what I call the second level.
got it. And do you have a chance to level up in a sense, or how does it work? Sure. If you're there, you learn to start forgiving. It's like a redemption. You can redeem your. Okay.
Right.
Wow. Wow. I can't believe you were spot on with that. Literally, it was the day of, I spoke to you that it came out on the news that human remains were found, or the next day. And then it was,
Tim said it came out the next day.
And now they're saying he's been dead for so many weeks, and they think it was within the 2 days after he left his house with his parents. And then like the parents returned that next day with the car. And that's the other thing in the news, is that the cops were following him, trailing him for a while, but they saw the Mustang pull back into the house, and they admit to fault. The Northport Police Department, they saw similar stature, his mom with a baseball cap, come out of the Mustang, because she drove the car home, and she came home without him.
Wait, from what?
Okay. He supposedly took his car, the blue Mustang, to the park. And then whatever happened, supposedly there was a ticket left on the car a day later saying, hey, you're not allowed to have your car here. One more day, it's going to get towed. And then the parents, knowing he wasn't around, went and picked up his car and drove it home. So the car became, knowing your son's missing, and then still don't report him missing for another day or two after you went to pick up his car, you couldn't find him. Clearly, this really makes sense. I mean, everyone thinks the parents are involved. Clearly, everyone thinks that, but you have even higher insights and an intellect to know, but it just on the outside seems that way, clearly.
So now I have to actually go in and do research, because now you're saying I don't watch the news just because. But
you are spot on. That makes sense. If the parents helped in it, what other parent would go pick up their son's car? Can't find him. He disappeared a day or two before. Pick up his car, bring it home, and then you can pick up his car, but you don't report him missing for another day or two.
I would be ballistic.
No, exactly. Oh my gosh. Has it been 30? Oh my gosh. Judie, I apologize. We have to go. This is not long enough.
Oh,
we have a minute left. What happened?
We have next week.
Okay. Tell us how you want to end this. Say what you have to say. I apologize. We keep talking, but that's what we're supposed to do.
Okay. I'm going to be simple today. I'm going to be simple. Positive mind, positive life. Simple as that. It's very simple. Don't get wrapped up in the negativity.
Great. Readingsbyjudie.com. Check her out. Also on social media. Her whole team has so many different services they can offer you, but she is the real deal. Go to the website, check her out. And thank you for being here. Thank you, Tim, behind the camera, lucky man, right? Because they say happy wife means a happy life, and happy life is a happy wife. Yeah. Something like that. Goodbye. Great seeing you guys. I'll see you on Instagram later. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye, Joe. Bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.